Happy New Year's, everybody. Out here doing some scouting today, and I happen to have my rifle with me. The doe season is still open, so if an opportunity arises to get a shot on a nice doe, certainly take advantage of that. But kind of my main reason of being out here today is scouting a new section of swamp that I haven't walked through yet. I'm gonna do a big loop and look for some sign. There's definitely a lot of deer in this area. Seeing a lot of droppings, rubs, a couple scrapes here and there. But yeah, having fun. Just trying to enjoy the fresh air, and might as well bring the gun along as long as I can. Just walking along the edge of this creek, I spotted a nice rub on the other side there, pretty high. There's a bunch of oak trees right over there, about 80 to 100 yards. I'm thinking a guy could get set up right in this ash tree there. There's a couple trails that cross the creek right here, and behind me is about 2,000 acres of prime bedding area. So this would maybe be a good early season spot, not right up in the oaks, but down here, trying to catch a buck using one of these trails heading to the oaks right at dark. Got the spot marked on a map. Maybe we'll try it next year. What I'm doing while I scout is, if I think I'm in a pretty decent area, you can see that there's not much for trees that you can get up in. So anytime I run across a decent tree, and in this case there's a trail that crosses right here, looks like an old rub, right? Little tiny rub right here too. I just mark them on my map so that way when I'm studying where I might want to try next, I know exactly where there's some good trees to get into, and depending on the wind. So like just right over here, there's another one. So if the wind was out of the south, I'd probably rather be in that tree versus this one. Just little things like that when I'm planning for the next day's hunt, I can consider all that and kind of have an idea of where I'm going into. The other thing is, if say I'm hunting 200-300 yards from the spot and I notice deer are coming from this area right here, if I want to move in closer, I know that there's some trees that I can get into and try to close the gap a little bit. What do you guys think? Out of forkhorn doing that? That's one of the more impressive rubs I've found in a while. Thing's about the size of my thigh. There's thousands of acres of this swamp that looks just like this. The hard part is figuring out how to hunt them. It's not extremely fresh, but those are big turds. There's a big animal living right in this area. It's pretty awesome. I don't know if the video does it justice, but it's so dang thick in here. There's no real trails or anything. It'd be really hard to get right in here and hunt. I'm a good quarter mile from any good opening. It's intriguing. There's there's got to be some bucks that just live out in this swamp and never even see a human. Another thing I like to do when I'm out here is mark other guys' setups. You can see somebody clearly was cutting branches in this tree. It's in a good spot. Quite a few rubs. One pretty strong rub line right here. And I ran into a camera about 100 yards back. It's probably the same guy. What in the heck is this? That was my first thought when I saw this. That is impressive. Looks like this one's been rubbed on a little bit too. Man. I mean, to me that looks like 2 brow tines just dug into this thing. An angry buck. I don't know. It's gotta be. What do you guys think? If you think it's not a buck, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think it is. Here's some more hunter sign. See somebody cut this branch for a shooting lane. Got new sprouts though. So I don't know if they've been hunting it real recently. Taking a little break here. I've probably hiked about 3 miles or so, but I'm finding some absolutely monster buck sign. It's really got me excited for next year. I knew there's big bucks out in this swamp that I'm hunting. I've hunted a few other times, but this is kind of a new part of it that I haven't stepped foot on yet. But I get just about as excited finding those monster rubs as I do seeing a deer. I don't know, I might be kind of weird that way, but definitely getting the wheels turning for next year already. Well, that's a wrap for today. It's about closing time right now. Never did see any does. Been kind of still hunting the last quarter mile or so. Just this last 45 minutes going real slow. But man, definitely found some big buck sign, which I will be taking detailed notes of that for next year when I got the bow in hand. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.